Welcome back to the Dean's List. My name is Michael Dean. This channel is about empowering our A-listers, who are you, to showcase your skills, to help us all improve. So on today, we have 5 contestants that are going to showcase their culinary skills, teaching us 5 amazing dishes that we can create for ourselves, $20 or less. If you like this type of content, if you like challenges, if you like the opportunity to win money, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button right there. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell so that you're notified of all the content that's created on this channel. Because guess what? You may be selected to be in the next challenge to win the cash prize. So what I'm asking is hit the subscribe button. These are all real people. Hit the notification button. Put a comment below and I'll make sure that I comment. And I thank you for your input, that I respond to whatever you put out there. So again, this platform is about empowering all of our A-listers, showcasing your skills. With that said, today is all about our cooks, our chefs, and we have 5 of them. So when you're voting, what I want you to do, my producer's putting on the screen, is execution. Make sure that you're watching to make sure that everything that they had as an ingredient in their recipe, that they used it. The creativity, a little spice. Make sure that they put a little bit of their spice to it as they're putting it together. And then the originality, the plating, how they put it on the plate, the execution, the originality, and the creativity are the 3 components that you're going to be looking for when you vote on who had the best dish. Because A-listers, you're going to choose who walks away with $1,000. Isn't that cool? So now let's give it up for our first contestant and let's look at what they put together for us on today. Real quick, last thing. You only have 72 hours to vote. So 72 hours, 3 days. We'll open up the polls for votes for the 3 days. After that, we'll shut the polls down, and that's when we're going to introduce our winner. So don't hesitate. Don't delay your vote. Jump out there and vote as swiftly, quickly as possible.
I set a couple additional goals for myself through this challenge, and that was to make sure nothing that I purchased was on sale, to make sure that my meal would be able to feed a family. And in addition to that, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have anything in my meal that was hard to find, that it was not easily accessible. So stay tuned to the end and you'll see if I did or did not accomplish that goal. Let's see what $20 can get us. Hopefully, a nice little meal. So I came to Sam's Clubs in hopes that I would get a rotisserie chicken, and I came across this beautiful find right here. So I'm going into Walmart. So we're gonna use this as our marinade. $2.88 at Walmart. What I did was I cut the pineapple into 3 rows, 4 columns, and then I used a knife to go around the exterior of the pineapple, and then I was able to easily pluck out the center pieces. I took a spoon and I kind of got rid of the middle of it. I added it to the pan that I was cooking the chicken in. At that point, I didn't have any oil. That wasn't a part of the budget, but the pineapple juices helped. I added the veggies, chicken together, and I added about a half a cup of the marinade into the chicken. I stirred. I lined a pan with foil, and then I start taking some of that chicken. I put it into the pineapple. I put that in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. And then I took some of the pineapple chunks and I melted the chocolate in the microwave for 30 seconds, stirred it, and then this was the final product. You got soup, you have a nice little dessert, and then you have pineapple chicken and rice. And it's enough for kids. If you have kids, it's enough for another person, and there's still some left over. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all get to make this at home one day.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Scott from Lexington, Kentucky. Come with me as we prepare blackened fish, grits with a cream sauce, Char's way. I'm at Kroger. My mission, spend $20 or less on this meal. Can I do it? Let's see. Went to the frozen section and got some frozen veggies. Got a 3-pepper blend and an onion. Grabbed the blackened seasoning. Then I went over and grabbed my fish. Cod was on sale for $5. Gotta have grits. Grabbed my grits. And then I needed to get some butter because everything tastes better with butter. Grab some fresh parsley. We're ready to go. Let's get out of here. Oh, I realized I needed some salt. Went and grabbed some salt. Altogether, I spent $19.63. Let's go to the house and prepare this. You want to take a half a cup of half and half, a half a cup of water, and a fourth of a teaspoon of salt, and bring it to a boil in preparation for our grits. While we wait on that, I'll go ahead and season up my fish. My liquid had come to a boil, and I slowly and gradually added my grits, and I stirred them so that they would not clump. To a preheated pan, I added some butter, a tablespoon of butter to be exact, and I laid my fish down, cooked it for 2 to 4 minutes on each side. After which I removed it from the pan, and I left all the drippings right there. In preparation for the cream sauce, I added 2 tablespoons of butter and those frozen veggies, and I cooked until they were tender. Added a half a cup of half and half, and I cooked it down till it reduced. Added a little bit of blackened seasoning just for a little razzle dazzle. Ooh, look at that cook down. Gotta love it. Didn't care for the consistency of my grits. I added a little bit more water just so that I could smooth those out. Chopped up that parsley. Now we're ready to plate. Listen to me carefully. The creaminess of those grits, you just can't beat it. Top that off with that beautiful piece of blackened cod. And let's go ahead and put that beautiful cream sauce right there. Look at that with those peppers and onions. Ladies and gentlemen, gotta have a little food glitter. There you have it. Boys and girls, a blackened fish and grits with a cream sauce. I tell you, it tastes good to me. Char's way.
Today we're bringing bold Caribbean flavors to the kitchen with a dish that is vibrant as its name, Rasta pasta, a creamy, spicy, and cheesy pasta infused with jerk seasoning and colorful bell peppers. Let's get cooking. But before we get to the kitchen, we have to stop by a few stores. And if you're in the Cleveland area, you have to stop by Cammy's Caribbean Martin Eatery if you're making a Jamaican dish, because here you're going to find all your herbs and spices needed to make this meal. And I'm on a chef challenge, so I have only $20 to work with. And everybody knows that a great dish starts with fresh ingredients. So we got red, yellow, and green peppers representing Rastafarian color, scallions, garlic, and rich jerk seasoned blend that's going to bring that heat. And for the protein, we're going to keep it light with shrimp, but you can go with chicken or plant-based with mushrooms or tofu. So we're using the panini pasta perfect for holding that creamy, saucy sauce. Boil it until it's dent and then set it aside. And now let's work with the magic. A little oil in the pan goes over the shrimp, sizzled with that jerk season, as you see me add it there. We want to be juicy with just the right amount of char. Once we're done, we're going to set it aside. But watch, we don't want to overcook the shrimp. All right. So next, we're going to remove this shrimp right here. All right. And then that same pan, we're going to add the scallions, the peppers, the garlic. I call that the Holy Trinity right there. And then now for the creamy, dreamy part, we're pouring in that heavy whipping cream, stirring some Parmesan cheese. All right. And for that signature kick, it's some more cheese. All right. And then the kicker, we're going to add a little bit of that pasta water and that sauce. All right. It helps. It stretches it. Okay. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now it's time to add the pasta in. After we add that pasta, we're adding that jerk shrimp. And look at my little man Noah, baby boy, with me. All right. And now look at the meal. We're all complete. It's bon appetit. It is time to eat Rasta pasta, right? Thanks for watching the video. Here are the ingredients. I hope you enjoyed the video, but I just definitely like to thank Dean's List for bringing this amazing challenge out there, man. I wish all the other chefs luck on this challenge. And again, man, I'm glad I made the Dean's List.
Hi, my name is Prince Selassie Ablumeti, aka Ablo, and this is my dish for the Dean's List Culinary Creators Challenge. Let's go. So for my dish, I decided to prepare jollof rice, fried plantain, egg salad, and bachelor's chicken fry. Not bachelor's fried chicken, bachelor's chicken fry. It's called bachelor's chicken fry. I don't know why they call it bachelor's chicken fry, but we call it bachelor's chicken fry for some reason. Let's head into it. So for my salad, I had some lettuce, cucumber, carrots, corned beef, baked beans, mayonnaise, and ketchup. And I got a crate of 15 eggs for 32 cedis, 50 pesos, so it's equivalent to $2.09. Now here's everything and their prices in dollars, and it comes at a grand total of $12.81. Now I spent over half of the budget on just salad, and I haven't even gotten to the main meal. I haven't gotten to the jollof or the chicken. Just wait till the end. Now for the bachelor's chicken, I only needed chicken, cumin powder, parsley, and turmeric powder. Now here are the prices in dollars, and it comes to a total of $3.93. Now with less than $4 remaining to prepare the main dish, which is Ghanaian jollof, we are going to need tomato paste, tomatoes, ginger and garlic, habanero pepper, onions, seasoning, and most importantly, rice. Oof. Now this is the big drop, and if you look closely, I added in plantain, so it comes to a total of $3.16. Now on a budget of $20, we're able to use, drumroll please, $19.90, saving us 10 cents. So I started by boiling 8 eggs. Boil them for 15 minutes. Make sure they were cooked. Now I blend my onions, garlic and ginger. Now we're going to add that mixture to 4 pieces of chicken for just normal chicken. So we're going to boil this. It's going to be chicken broth very soon. We're going to add that chicken broth to the jollof later. Now we're going to blend some tomatoes and add them to some preheated oil. And stir them for a few minutes. Stir them for a couple of minutes. I think I added too much oil, but it's okay. It's okay. Now we'll add in our tomato mix. Yeah, it gives it its red color and flavor. Yeah, we stir that for a couple of minutes. Now we add in our jollof seasoning. We stir that. Make sure it gets really red and it separates from the oil. Then you know the stew will be ready. In the meantime, we go back to our chicken. Fry those 4 pieces. Fry them to their golden brown. Yeah. I think it's ready. We take it off. Just look at that. Wow. And this isn't even the main chicken dish. Now let's go back to our broth. We're going to add it to the jollof stew. Yeah. But we in Ghana, we call it chicken stock. We don't call it broth. So we mix it up, mix it with the jollof stew, mix it thoroughly, very well. And I think after mixing, we'll leave it for about 10 minutes. Go and wash our rice. So we wash our rice for about 3 times or 2 times to make it very clean. Then we add it to the jollof stew. And we mix it very well. Mix it thoroughly so it gets into the stew. You feel me? Yeah. Next, we add some water to it for the rice to boil. Not too much water though. Now we cover it up for about 10 minutes. We'll come back and now we do... Banana! Nope, not a banana. It's a plantain. Looks like a banana, but it's not. We're going to cook it. Okay. Now we put the plantain inside our salty water. We fry it in our oil, our special black oil mix. Now look at that. Golden, brown and black. Something like that. Now we put some ginger and oil We infuse the oil with ginger. Now we put some chicken in there, and you can hear children crying. Those are my cousins. My mom was at the market, so I had to take care of them. Yeah. So we come back and add some turmeric onto our chicken fry. I think about 1 tablespoon is good. We mix it. Make sure it gets onto everything. So everything looks good. And you add some salt. Don't forget the salt. I always forget the salt almost every time. Add some salt for taste. We're gonna let it sit on medium heat. Now we're gonna let it sit on medium heat for about 5 minutes, and we'll be back. Now let's go back to our jollof. I added the flour sack and the rubber so that the jollof will retain water or retain vapor. Let's prevent vapor from going out of the silver. According to my mom, it helps to make the jollof ready faster. I think so. And our jollof looks good. It looks very good. But I don't think it's ready. It's not really ready, so we'll cover it up right now. Now we go back to our chicken fry. It looks very good. But right now I think it needs some pepper. We'll add some chili pepper to it, some hot pepper. And we'll add some cumin powder. But I think I added a little bit too much. Someone will say there's no such thing as too much, but this was a little bit over the top. But it's still good though. So we mix it all up. Make everything look good. And then, don't judge me on this, but I added ketchup. And trust me, it works. It tasted like heaven. It made the chicken so good. I won't lie to you. This was so good. It was a very good choice. I was skeptical at first, but damn, it was so nice. So after that, we'll add some parsley on top. We're just garnishing it with some parsley to make it look good. Yeah, boy. Then we'll go back to our jollof, and I think it might be ready. So we'll go to our salad. Chop our lettuce. Put our lettuce in our salad bowl. Put some cucumber on top of it. Put some carrots on top of it. We decorated it a little bit, thinking that was how it was going to look for the rest of the night. We put some macaroni on top. Then we mixed it. Wow, I felt so bad. All my hard work. Anyways, I added some mayonnaise on top. Salad is not complete without mayonnaise or salad cream. Now we add some corned beef, add some baked beans, mix it all up. Put some eggs, most important things, eggs. Then we put some ketchup, drizzle some ketchup all over the eggs, all over the salad actually, the whole salad. And damn, it looks good. Now we just have some finishing touches to do, and voila. Okay, so I just wanted to make everything look perfect, so I had to do some finishing touches, put some things in place, make the whole place look nice. Yeah. Now I presented the food to my parents, and they looked skeptical. They thought it was going to be trash. Father took one bite, took one scoop, took one spoon.
It's very soft. Ali. Very soft. It's a devil. This one Scale of 1 to 10. I'll give it a 9.
Very good.
How y'all doing today? My name is Carlos Rivera and I'm doing the Culinary Creators Challenge. The challenge is I have to make a really good meal for under 20 bucks. I'm going to do arroz con gandule, Puerto Rican style. We're going to do pan-seared pork chop and tostones, which are plantains. Let's get moving. We're going to start with $18 on the calculator. I've already found my first item. We're going to subtract $2.53. We found a pound of rice for $1.99 to be exact. We found sazon Goya, $1.79. Goya green pigeon peas or gandules, $2.29. Padilla adobo, it's an all-purpose seasoning for $2.19. Vegetable oil, $2.99. Bunch of cilantro, 59 cents. A fajita mix with green pepper, red pepper, and white onion for $3.49. So we got a clove of garlic for 50 cents. All right, so we got one nice sized plantain for 67 cents. Got one Roma tomato for the sofrito. It's gonna be about 99 cents a pound. We're only getting one, so probably around 40 cents. Hey guys, welcome to Carlos's Cocina. Before we get started with the cooking portion of the competition, I would like to show y'all everything that I got in the receipts, so you can see that it's under $20. So at the first order, we got padilla adobo, we got rice, we got vegetable oil, sazon, and pigeon peas, and center cut pork chops. All together, it came out to $12.78. And then at the other store, we got a fajita mix, which is peppers and onions. We got a clove of garlic, tomato, and plantains and cilantro. That came out to $5.44. Altogether, we spent a grand total of $18.22. First things first, we want to wash our rice, and we want to let it soak a little bit in the fresh, clean water. We're gonna do 2 cups of rice. So when you're washing it, you just want to swirl it. So as you can see, the water is no longer foggy, and the rice, that means the rice should be clean, and we're going to let it sit there and soak up some of the water. While the rice is soaking, we're going to go ahead and get our vegetables washed. Now that our veggies are washed, we're going to put a few pieces of the cilantro to the side for garnish. We're going to take some nice pretty pieces. We'll just sit them to the side for now. What we're going to do is get our garlic peeled and ready to add also into the sofrito. Now that our garlic is peeled, we're going to go ahead and put it in food processor. And we want to give it a nice chop. So after adding all the vegetables into the food processor with the minced garlic that I already minced, I added a little bit of vegetable oil and a cup full of water. We're gonna put this top on, and we're gonna make our sofrito. We're gonna hit. Now that everything is nice and blended, I'm gonna take this out. This is about the consistency for our sofrito. Now we want to divvy up the vegetable oil into our 3 pans. A little bit for the rice, maybe a capful, maybe 2 capfuls. For the pork chops, we're gonna do just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. And then the rest, we're gonna put in this so that we can deep fry the plantain chips, or the tostones as we call it in Puerto Rico. Next thing we wanna do is go ahead and we're gonna open up our pigeon pea can, which is gandules verdes from Goya, and we're going to rinse them off. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some sofrito into the pan with the couple capfuls of oil. That's going to start cooking up a little bit. We don't want it to fully cook. and start burning. So what we do is we'll add the pigeon peas into there, and we're gonna let them cook together for a little while. Ready? Give it a nice stir. You can see the sofrito mixed with the pigeon pea. It's gonna add flavors. Now that we let our pigeon peas or gandules cook into the sofrito for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and add my water. So the way we do our rice is we do the 1-2 ratio for water, especially when we have the gandules mixed into the rice. So if we're gonna do 1 cup of rice, that'll be 2 cups of water, and since we're doing 2 cups of rice, we're gonna do 3 cups of water. Go. All right, so now that we added our water, our 3 cups of water into the gandules and sofrito, we're gonna give it a nice stir, and we're gonna start adding our seasoning. Now, usually you can add a lot more seasonings. You could add garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, whatever you like. With the adobo and the sazon is all we're gonna need today for our challenge. The adobo actually has a lot of those seasonings already mixed into it. So, it has salt, garlic powder, sugar, turmeric, and a lot of the other powders like garlic powder, onion powder. And then the sofrito also gives it a lot more flavor, considering we put cilantro, peppers, onions, garlic mixed into it as well. We're gonna go ahead, and what I like to do is I like to add a nice even layer across the top of the water. And with the sazon packets, we open them up, and we kind of do the same exact thing, a nice even layer across the water, and we can kind of check from there. Give it a nice stir. It starts to change the color, and that's what makes our rice the color it is. It's like an orangish color. At the end of it, it's going to be what we say yellow rice. Now that the water is seasoned, I advise to season to taste. We're going to go ahead and dump out the excess water from the rice that we washed earlier. We will not be needing it. It does make the rice a little fluffier when you soak your rice in clean water. So we'll take out all the excess water using our rice strainer. As you see, everything's at a rolling boil. Perfect time to add this rice. We're going to give it one last mix with all the different ingredients swirling around in there, and we're going to add our rice. Okay, we're going to give it a quick stir. We're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes until you can start seeing the top of the rice. But we don't want to let all the water evaporate before we put a lid on it. So, while we are waiting for our rice to reduce a little bit, we're going to go ahead and start prepping for tostones. You take your plantain, you cut off the ends, and then you can do kind of a cut on an angle, and give it about 5 slices, which will make 6 plantains. Then you'll put a slit in them, and you'll peel the peel off. Alright, so while I was doing the plantains, the rice is simmering down. You can start seeing, if you look closely, you'll start seeing the rice coming up to the surface. So from here, I will not touch it anymore. All I'm going to do is put a top on it, and I'm going to lower the heat down to like a low medium heat, usually around 3 on my stove. Everybody's stove is different. And we're not going to touch it again until it's done. I say about 20 minutes. So I finished peeling our plantains, and now, so this is what they look like in a raw form. They're not edible in this form. They will need to be cooked twice. Next, while we wait for our rice to cook for about 20 minutes, like I said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to rinse off our pork chops, and we're going to get the seasoning. So the way I'm going to season the pork chops for this challenge is I'm going to use the sofrito as a coating. So we're going to go ahead and take the sofrito mixture, and we're going to add it in right on top of the pork chops. We're going to use that to help the seasoning stick. It has oil, it has water, and it has the vegetables, and it has lots and lots of flavor. As you see. Next we're going to take our adobo, and we're going to sprinkle a nice amount on there. And we're going to flip it and do the same thing. Alright, and then we're going to take this sazon goya, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Give it a nice even coating all across. And flip it. And then we're gonna go ahead and rub it in. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I seasoned the pork chops. They're kind of sitting there marinating. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my first round of frying for my tostones. Remember, it takes 2 different frying sessions. You fry it, smash them down into chips, and then you refry them. So we're gonna go ahead and do the first one. All right, so now we're gonna take the first round of tostones, plantains out. You see they look pretty crispy on the outside, but on the inside it's still kind of raw. So that's why we flatten them, and I'll show you how we do that. So the next step of smashing down the plantains, you take a nice flat bottom cup or utensil that you have, and you use your weight and you turn it into a chip like so. And you do that with all of them. Now that our plantains are now flattened chips, we're gonna go ahead and refry them until, if you look closely, you can see how the outside is done, but the middle is raw. So we're gonna go ahead and refry them until the whole thing is crispy and cooked throughout. And you'll know when they're done because they'll start floating to the top. So this is about the color that you want to get, a nice golden brown on both sides while it's floating. If you see any discoloration, like a lighter color, and you think you want it to be a little more crispier, just let it fry for a little longer. Now we're ready to start searing our pork chops. So we want it. All right, now we're ready. Our tostones look perfect. They're nice golden brown. I'm gonna go ahead and drain all the oil. We're gonna put it in a bowl because we're gonna use this bowl to season our tostones. Yeah. Now we're gonna go ahead and season it with adobo only, not the sazon. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add the minced garlic that we had from earlier. And we're gonna just toss it. Go ahead and flip your pork chop. Now is a good time to go ahead and check our rice. As you can see, it looks perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get a pot holder. We're going to hold the side. And we're going to go ahead and give it a nice stir. Make sure mix all the gandules that floated to the top into the rice. You see it's kind of fluffing it at the same time. Now our pork chops are done. We're going to go ahead and set them to the side. Let some of this oil drip off. They look nice and ready. We're going to go ahead. Our rice is done. Our tostones are done. We're going to go ahead and start plating. Here we go, everybody. Our final plating. We have our arroz con gandule. We have our pan-seared chuletas or pork chops. And on the side, we have our lovely tostones, which are double fried plantains. There you go.
All right, let's give it up for our chefs. They did an amazing job, and I'm excited now for our A-listers to choose. This is the most important part, is that you get the opportunity to choose who walks away with the $1,000. This is what the challenge is about. So let's select who's going to be our winner for the culinary creator. Is it dish 1, dish 2, dish 3, dish 4, dish 5? Okay, my A-listers, you have 2 different ways to vote. We're gonna have a poll that I'd like for you to go find underneath this challenge, and it will say dish 1, dish 2, dish 3, dish 4, dish 5. Select which dish you like the most from execution, creativity, and originality. With that said, if you can't find the poll, put a comment in, and in the comment section, put that you're voting for dish 1, dish 2, dish 3, dish 4, dish 5. We're going to compile all of the votes, and one of our contestants is going to receive $1,000. If you like this kind of content, and if you stuck through to the end right now, then what I'd like you to do is hit that bell, hit that notification, because we're going to have amazing challenges each month, and you as the A-listers can participate in it. And by participating, you could be the one to win the next $1,000. I know we have all of our sharpshooters that are ready for the next challenge. We have them coming from Indiana, Ghana, Cleveland, Ohio, Charleston, West Virginia, and many other cities to showcase their skills. And one of our shooters, they're going to win $1,000. So stay tuned. This is just the beginning. It's going to be really fun. So enjoy the ride with us. Again, if this is the first time you heard it today, this week, this month, just know that you're loved. You matter, and the world is a better place because you're in it. So stay blessed. I'll see you on the next challenge. Love you.